Here's your wrestling news for November 6, 2025. Your headlines for today include LA Knight in trouble backstage with WWE management. Here's what we know. WWE issues immediate release after top star speaks out against them. WWE legend Natalya claims company threatened to fire her. Nick Khan responds to criticism about WWE's ticket price surge. Real reason behind Io Sky's WWE absence revealed. Ludwig Kaiser breaks silence after WWE fans speculate about his private life. Tony Khan announces brand new championship for AEW Full Gear, and more. LA Knight's frustration with WWE's recent creative direction seems to be growing louder with each passing week. Following Triple H's decision to have Jey Uso win a battle royal on Raw, Knight once again made his feelings known, this time in front of a live audience. During his entrance for the match against Braun Breaker on the October 27th episode of Raw, Knight spotted a fan holding a sign that read, "We want LA Knight, not Jey Uso." Without hesitation, he grabbed the sign and proudly held it to the camera, a bold, unscripted moment that many saw as a pointed message aimed straight at WWE management. We've all seen what happens when WWE superstars step out of line on live television, and it's only logical to assume that Knight's defiance didn't go unnoticed backstage. According to multiple reports, Bruce Pritchard confronted LA Knight at gorilla position immediately after the segment for going off script and publicly siding with fans against WWE's creative direction. While Knight reportedly apologized for the incident, it seems the damage may have already been done. A subtle sign of fallout appeared on Raw this week. Knight was completely absent from the show, and in CM Punk's in-ring promo, the World Heavyweight Champion name-dropped potential challengers like JD McDonough, but noticeably left out LA Knight despite his immense popularity with the crowd. PW Insider further reports that when Knight signed his current WWE deal, one of his personal goals, and reportedly part of the discussion, was to eventually hold a world championship. However, that dream now seems distant, especially with ongoing rumors that Triple H isn't particularly high on Knight as a top-tier champion. Do you think WWE is intentionally cooling off LA Knight's momentum after the recent incident, or should the company be capitalizing on his fan support instead? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below. WWE has officially cut ties with Ridge Holland, and the circumstances surrounding his release are already sparking outrage among fans. According to Fightful Select, Holland, real name Luke Menzies, was officially let go early following what WWE reportedly viewed as a breach of contract. The company is said to have acted swiftly after Holland publicly criticized them for leaving him unpaid while recovering from a serious injury sustained on the job. His original deal was set to run through mid-November, but sources confirm it has now been cut short. In recent weeks, Holland had taken to social media to voice his frustration and emotional distress over the financial strain caused by his injury layoff. He claimed that he had not been compensated by WWE during his recovery, even though the injury occurred while he was performing on their behalf. Holland wrote, "I never thought I'd not be able to pay my mortgage. I feel like I've just been hung out to dry after getting injured working for another company on behalf of WWE." He also revealed that he received no additional pay for his appearance in TNA, where the injury took place, a revelation that angered fans and drew attention to WWE's handling of its injured talent. The early termination now leaves Holland without income or stability while facing months of recovery. Reports indicate that WWE will continue to cover his rehabilitation and medical expenses, primarily to avoid any legal complications, but beyond that, his relationship with the company is over. The timing of this release raises questions about WWE's approach to injured talent, especially as this isn't the first time in recent months that an injured performer's deal was cut short. Holland's injury, suffered on September 27th, is expected to keep him out of action well into 2026, and with his release, any hopes of financial security through his original contract have vanished. For fans, it's a difficult situation to watch unfold. A performer injured while representing WWE has now found himself out of work and facing an uncertain future, a reminder of how quickly the business can shift once the spotlight fades. Should WWE be offering more protection and financial security to injured talent like Ridge Holland, or was the company justified in enforcing its contract terms? Share your thoughts below. This is one debate that's dividing fans everywhere. Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. Natalya isn't holding anything back in her upcoming book, The Last Heart Beating, and one of the most shocking revelations concerns how WWE allegedly handled her husband TJ Wilson's, Tyson Kidd's, career-ending injury. In 2015, Wilson suffered a life-threatening neck injury after taking a muscle buster from Samoa Joe during a WWE match, an accident that forced him into immediate retirement. While the wrestling world knew the injury was serious, Natalya's account reveals an entirely different layer of heartbreak and corporate silence behind the scenes. According to her, TJ spent months recovering at home with no contact from WWE management or Vince McMahon, and no acknowledgement of the severity of what happened. Back home, TJ was still recovering from his surgery, and even though it had been 9 months since he was injured, he still hadn't heard anything from WWE or Vince about any kind of restitution for his injury. Natalya wrote that TJ wasn't looking for a payout or legal battle, he simply wanted recognition. "All I want is an apology," TJ told his lawyer. "That absolutely won't happen," his lawyer replied, "because that would be admitting fault." Nearly a year after the injury, Wilson sent Vince McMahon a personal letter explaining the extent of his condition and the permanent impact on his life, including that he could no longer wrestle or even fully turn his head. TJ said he wasn't okay with what had happened. He stated in the letter that he wanted to put it all in writing in case Vince wasn't aware. He couldn't even move his head, and Vince hadn't reached out a single time to check if he was okay. The response came weeks later, not from Vince, but from WWE's legal department, and it blindsided them both. Their account of what happened was completely different than TJ's. They denied everything and finished by saying that if I talked about TJ's injury at work or disparaged the company, they would trigger a clause in my contract and let me go. Natalya recalled being devastated by the letter but still having to maintain her composure in public. "I smiled and pretended that we hadn't just gotten a legal letter from the company denying TJ's account and threatening to fire me if I talked." Despite years of loyalty, the ordeal left her feeling isolated and betrayed. While both Natalya and TJ have since moved forward, with Wilson becoming one of WWE's most respected producers, the emotional scars from that time clearly remain. TJ has said that producing matches gave him a new purpose after retirement, but Natalya's story paints a sobering picture of what happens when a performer's career ends not by choice, but by circumstance. How do you feel about the way WWE handled TJ Wilson's injury? Should there be stronger protections for wrestlers who suffer career-ending injuries? Share your thoughts in the comments below. WWE fans have been vocal about the steep rise in ticket prices throughout 2025, but according to WWE President Nick Khan, the increase isn't accidental. It's part of a calculated strategy that's paying off in record numbers. Speaking during the TKO 2025 third quarter financials call, Khan addressed the company's approach to pricing and defended the decision to raise costs for nearly all WWE events, from premium live events to Raw, SmackDown, and Saturday Night's main event shows. He explained that the company has adjusted pricing to reflect current market demand, and the results speak for themselves. "We've increased prices appropriately with the marketplace. That's for PLEs, Raw, SmackDown, Saturday Night's main event, and every other ticketed program that WWE has. We remain bullish on it. A couple of years ago when TKO was put up, one of the first things we collectively did was reduce the non-televised live events, which created more scarcity in the marketplace for our televised events, and our continued international expansion only furthered that." Khan also discussed the promotion's plans for the future and suggested that it was a good thing that there were fewer events in the United States for the company. "In January, you'll see us on a European tour for Raw and SmackDown leading into Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Tickets already on fire for that event, and it creates more scarcity in the United States, which is a good thing in terms of our overall gauge." According to earlier financial reports, average ticket prices for WWE's North American TV shows have surged 60% from 2024 to 2025. Despite the higher prices, attendance remains strong. WrestleTix data shows that WWE is averaging around 11,500 tickets distributed per Raw and SmackDown, while Polestar reports that average sales have climbed to 12,200 per show. With fewer live events and booming international tours, WWE's less is more approach has turned scarcity into record-breaking revenue. The company has reportedly generated an additional $31.4 million in live event and hospitality income in the past year alone. Still, not everyone is thrilled. Some fans argue that WWE is edging out its most loyal audience with rising costs, while others see it as smart business in an evolving entertainment market. Do you think WWE's new pricing model is justified, or is the company taking advantage of fan loyalty? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Io Sky has been noticeably absent from WWE television in recent weeks, and now fans finally have an answer. The former WWE Women's Champion has been spending some well-deserved time off in her home country of Japan, as confirmed through her latest Instagram post. Sharing a few snapshots from Tokyo's vibrant Harajuku district, Sky appeared in a casual, laid-back look, smiling as she enjoyed her brief getaway. This confirmation clears up speculation surrounding a recent disappearance from WWE programming. Sky's last appearance came at Crown Jewel in Australia last month, where she teamed with Rhea Ripley in a high-profile tag team match against Asuka and Kairi Sane. Since then, fans have been questioning whether WWE was simply giving her time off or if a storyline shift was in the works. Now that she's taking a short breather, the bigger question becomes what's next when she returns. Will Io Sky re-enter the championship picture? Or could WWE be planning a long-awaited singles feud with either Asuka or Kairi Sane? Ludwig Kaiser has issued a firm message to WWE fans after growing speculation about his personal life began circulating online. The 35-year-old former Imperium member who was in a relationship with former WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton recently found himself at the center of fan gossip following photos of him with Mexican model Andrea Barzante. The images sparked rumors that Kaiser and Stratton may have quietly split, leading to a wave of social media speculation and commentary. In response, Kaiser took to Instagram stories to address the chatter without naming anyone directly, but made his stance crystal clear. Your words on social media have power. They can and do affect people's lives massively. Every comment can make or break someone out there. Please consider that and be aware that your words carry responsibility, he wrote. While Kaiser didn't confirm or deny the rumors, his post serves as a reminder that behind every headline and social media thread, there are real people dealing with the fallout. As for his relationship status, Kaiser seems more focused on maintaining his privacy and sending a message about empathy, especially in a world where speculation spreads faster than facts. Tony Khan is once again expanding AEW's championship landscape, and this time he's reaching deep into wrestling history to do it. In a live announcement on X, the AEW president officially revealed the creation of the AEW National Championship, set to debut at AEW Full Gear. Joining Khan for the reveal was veteran announcer Tony Schiavone, who explained the historical roots behind the new title and why it represents a key piece of wrestling's past. According to Schiavone, the AEW National Championship pays homage to the original National Championship once defended on TBS, a belt that was eventually unified with the United States Championship back in 1986. Now, nearly 4 decades later, that legacy is being revived, with AEW crowning its first national champion at Full Gear. The inaugural title holder will be decided in a casino gauntlet match, a format that promises plenty of chaos and unpredictability. But perhaps the most intriguing detail is that this championship won't be exclusive to AEW. Khan confirmed that the AEW National Championship will also be defended across Ring of Honor and NJPW Strong, making it an officially cross-promotional title that bridges multiple wrestling brands under AEW's growing umbrella. The reveal comes as AEW's roster is already buzzing with excitement over the ongoing Women's Tag Team Championship tournament, signaling a renewed focus on title prestige and division depth heading into Full Gear. On AEW Dynamite, Tony Schiavone got his moment to expand on the National Championship announcement, confirming that the Casino Gauntlet match will indeed take place at Full Gear to crown the inaugural champion. Schiavone brought out the Hurt Syndicate, with Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin officially announcing their participation in the match. Moments later, The Demand arrived, and Ricochet boldly declared that he would walk out of Full Gear with the new title around his waist. The segment effectively set the tone for AEW's newest championship. The Hurt Syndicate made it clear why they're targeting the gold, while Ricochet's confident challenge injected immediate excitement into the build. It's far better use of this ongoing rivalry than running back yet another trios match between the factions. Still, the timing has sparked some debate amongst fans. With AEW currently spotlighting the Women's Tag Team Championship tournament, some question whether now was the right moment to add another men's singles title into the mix. It also reignited discussion over AEW's decision to merge the International and Continental Championships at All In, a move many felt was unnecessary. By all indications, the AEW National Championship is designed to serve as a successor to the now retired International title, but it'll need a clear identity to stand apart from the TNT Championship. A unique gimmick or consistent cross-promotional defenses in NJPW, CMLL, or DDT could give the belt the global prestige AEW seems to be aiming for. Who should become the first AEW National Champion? The roster is stacked with potential contenders, making this one of the most unpredictable title races in years. Do you see this as AEW's new workhorse championship, or is Tony Khan adding too many belts too fast? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't miss our next video coming at 5:30 p.m. Eastern with all the latest wrestling updates. Smash that bell icon and select all notifications so you're always in the loop.